Talladega County is a special place, a diverse community of rich heritage and enduring tradition. It's a place where people work together, play together. It's the place we call home. At the Talladega County Emergency Management Agency, we're committed to working with our citizens to make our home a better place, a safer place. After all, it's a community effort and we're preparing together, preparing for the new challenges that we all face, but challenges that we can all meet. As mandated by Congress, the U.S. Army has begun destroying chemical munitions at the Anniston Army Depot. The Talladega County Emergency Management Agency, in partnership with the Alabama EMA, the United States Army, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency, are ready to educate and inform you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hello, I'm Nelson Bates, Director of Talladega County EMA. With a chemical weapons disposal underway, it's very important that you and your family be prepared in the unlikely event of an incident at the Anniston Army Depot. Emergency personnel are ready to alert you and respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but you need to do your part as well. This video will help you to better understand the importance of knowing your zones, how to shelter in place, how to evacuate, and other important protective action procedures. Watch it carefully and remember these safety steps so you'll be prepared in case of an emergency.
The best defense for any emergency is preparedness. If the need arises, it is up to you and your family to be prepared so that you may react quickly and safely. Talladega County is divided into zones to better help you take protective action in case of an emergency. Since the protective actions you are required to take will depend on the zone you are in at the time of the emergency, it is very important for you and your family to know your zones for home, work, and school. Depending on your zone, you may be told to shelter in place, evacuate, or take no action except to monitor your local emergency alert system, radio or television stations. Talladega County has been divided into immediate response zones, protective action zones, and precautionary zones. Immediate response zones, or IRZs, are located in the area closest to the Anniston Army Depot and have the greatest risk for the public. These zones represent areas requiring response times of less than 1 hour after a chemical release. The IRZs extend approximately 9 miles, which is the average distance a chemical vapor could travel in 1 hour under normal weather conditions. The immediate response zones are highlighted in orange on your EMA-supplied zone map. Protective Action Zones, or PAZs, are in areas of lesser risk that extend beyond the IRZs to approximately 20 to 30 miles. These zones may require protective actions, but more time is available for response. The Protective Action Zones are represented by yellow highlights on your zone map. Precautionary zones, or PZs, are the outermost zones and extend beyond the PAZ to a distance where protective actions would not be required. The PZ does not require additional effort beyond normal emergency management preparedness. These areas have a minimal risk factor, and adequate time exists to warn the public and take protective actions prior to arrival of airborne chemical agents. The precautionary zones are indicated by green highlights on your zone map. As you can see, each zone represents a varying level of risk, and your EMA will issue protective actions based on your proximity to the chemical incident. It is imperative that you know your zones for home, work, and school so you will know what protective actions to take in the unlikely event of a chemical emergency. Once you and your family members have identified your zones for home, work, and school, you should develop a family preparedness plan. Step 1 to developing a family preparedness plan is to know the hazards and protective actions to take for those hazards. Determine the hazards that could affect you, your family, and your community, and become familiar with emergency plans at work, school, church, and other places where your family spends time. The second step is to create an emergency preparedness plan. Meet with your family and discuss emergency preparedness. Assign responsibilities and work together as a team, and discuss what to do during and after an emergency. Step 3 is to create an emergency preparedness checklist. Post emergency telephone numbers by the phone and stock emergency supplies in an emergency preparedness kit. The fourth step is to practice and maintain your plan. Review your plan and make changes as needed. Quiz your children every 6 months so they remember what to do and conduct emergency drills. Practice your plan and make sure everyone is assigned a specific task and understands their responsibility. test and change batteries in radios and flashlights annually and replace emergency water and food every 6 months. By having your family preparedness plan in place, you and your family will be ready to respond quickly and safely. So how will you and your family know when a chemical emergency is declared? The Talladega County EMA will alert you through our Emergency Alert and Notification System, which consists of 4 parts. Sirens are for outdoor warnings. Tone alert radios, or TARs, are for indoor warnings and are installed at schools and special facilities throughout the county. The Emergency Alert System, or EAS stations, consist of local radio and television stations. These EAS stations will provide information before, during, and after an emergency. Weather radios may be used to give warnings also, through the cooperation of the National Weather Service. The Talladega County EMA will initially alert you to a chemical incident through a network of warning sirens in your area. The whoop tone will sound if there has been a chemical incident at the Anniston Army Depot. Let's listen more closely. Because the nature of a chemical disaster is unique, the whoop tone is significantly different from weather-related siren tones and siren test tones. It is important to make sure everyone in your family is familiar with all of the warning sirens. If you hear the whoop tone siren, the first thing to do is stay calm, move indoors, and await emergency instructions from your local EAS television or radio stations. Depending on the zone you live in, you may be told to shelter in place, evacuate, or take no action except to monitor your local EAS radio or television stations. You may also be told what roads may be closed, where school children have been taken if evacuated, and other vital information. Local radio and TV stations work closely with the Talladega County EMA to provide information before, during, and after an emergency. Please keep a portable radio and flashlight with extra batteries on hand in case of a power failure. Tone alert radios, or TARs, have been installed in special facilities throughout Talladega County, including public and private schools, daycares, nursing homes, hospitals, and city halls. If you are told to shelter in place, you need to follow these basic steps. First, go inside and close and lock all exterior windows and doors, including the garage door. You should also close all fireplace dampers or other ventilation devices. Turn off all heating, cooling, and ventilation systems, including window fans, ceiling fans, and bathroom exhaust fans. Close all interior doors. Take a portable radio and flashlight into your safe room and close the door. If possible, your safe room should be a windowless room in a centrally located area of your house. Once inside your safe room, tune your radio or TV to a local EAS station and await further emergency instructions. It is important that you have a plan at your home or business for sheltering in place. Plan ahead so you will be prepared to react quickly. You can give yourself greater protection by following the steps for additional protection when you shelter in place. Once your basic shelter-in-place steps are completed, you may enhance your steps by covering any windows, vents, and doors in your safe room with plastic and duct tape or painter's tape or with contact paper. You may also pack a towel under doors to your safe room to restrict airflow and seal the cracks around your door with tape. And you can apply tape over unused electrical outlets, around water pipes, or heating and air conditioning vents or other areas which might allow air to circulate into the room. If you are told to evacuate, you should stay calm and gather only essential items like prescription medications and your disaster supply kit. Do not waste time searching for personal items. The objective is to take immediate action. Assemble all family members and leave in a single vehicle immediately after the EAS message ends. If some family members are not at home, do not wait for them to return to leave with you. If you have neighbors without transportation, offer a ride as space permits. Once inside your vehicle, close all windows and vents and turn the heating and air conditioning off. You should then tune the radio to a local EAS station for information and evacuation instructions. Make sure to drive safely, obey all traffic laws, and follow evacuation instructions.
At Talladega County EMA, we are committed to your safety and the safety of your family. Do your part, know what to do, and most importantly, be prepared.
While a chemical incident at the depot is extremely unlikely, it's important that you and your family do your part. It's up to you to know your zones and develop your family preparedness plan. It's up to you to know your siren tones. It's up to you to know what to do if you are told to shelter in place or evacuate. It's up to you to be prepared. The time is now. For more information, you can call the Talladega County Emergency Management Agency at 256-761-2125 or email us at tcpio@tcema.co.talladega.al.us. For a complete description of everything we have discussed in this video, you may also visit the EMA website at www.areyoureadygoema.com. Ask yourself, are you ready?